Welcome fellow Kiss fans, welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. And tonight, very special, different episode, Dan Thompson.
Hey!
Dan Thompson is here and we are going to kick off our Milestone end of the year video. So I wanted to talk to Dan tonight about our last show. Our last show is going to be December 1st, 2023, Madison Square Garden. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we will be there. And what's it mean to you?
It's almost a summation of your entire life, because, I mean, obviously Kiss is more than just a band for us and anybody watching this. So we know that you get it, and it's just going to be surreal. It's going to be happy and sad at the same time. Probably something that won't hit you till the following days after. And man, it's gonna be crazy.
I totally feel the same. To me, I saw my first Kiss show with you May 12th, 1990.
Hot in the Shade.
Hot in the Shade at Bonner Springs, Kansas, Sandstone Amphitheater. I was 15 years old.
I was 19.
And you drove us in the Camaro.
We thought it was gonna get rained out.
Oh yeah, it stormed like a mother.
Literally, when we got to Sandstone, out came the sun.
That show opening with I Stole Your Love. I think we both loved Phantom at the time. I Stole Your Love's a huge part of that movie. And to see Kiss for the first time open with that song, I mean, that was really like opened up the book of my fandom. I was just like, holy crap, I want to be a part of this. I want this as my life. And even at the end of the show, when they pulled back that little curtain and the tiny Kiss lighted up logo was there on the side, was just a beautiful moment.
Yeah, that set list was something else for that tour.
Yeah, there's never been a set list, I don't think, like Hot in the Shade. That Hot in the Shade set list, obviously desperate for the old core audience to come back because the 80s weren't kind to Kiss, especially as the 80s went into the 90s. That Hot in the Shade show was just fantastic. Probably Revenge is my favorite show. You?
They lost Eric Carr. They were on fire again. I mean, unfortunately, the general public didn't really follow him, but for an actual Kiss fan, things couldn't have been better, really. Still prefer Revenge and Hot in the Shade to any reunion show. When you're that much into Kiss music, I mean, the makeup's just kind of icing on the cake. Most Kiss fans were more worried about the cake.
True. And I remember the reunion tour. A, I didn't go with you. I wish I would have gone with you. But B, I hate to say it, I was not, like Dan just said, Hot in the Shade and Revenge were way better shows to me than the reunion tour. The reunion tour was cool.
For me, it was more cool. Ace and Peter are back. I was kind of over the costumes and makeup thing. I mean, it was still nice to see, and it was nice to see a gigantic show again and them in big arenas. When you just want to hear, basically you want to hear more B-sides, songs for Kiss fans, not songs for the general populace. And I'm sure you all feel that way. I mean, we talk about dream set lists all the time, which we'll probably never get at this point.
Yeah.
Well, actually we won't, because there's 3 months left.
Yeah.
Supposedly, of their history.
The only thing I think might be special is those 2 nights at Madison Square Garden. They might pull out some stuff that they don't normally do. But I'm thinking more than likely the last shows are going to be the same set list we've had this entire end of the road, and they're just going to end it. They
might just be a little more emotional than usual.
To me, I'm really going to this show, A, to close a huge part of our lives together. I mean, we had so much fun our entire lives doing four-wheelers, BMX, skateboarding. And then Kiss has just been the ultimate thing that you and I have been into. And to end it together, seeing Kiss again.
And in New York.
And in New York. At Christmas time, New York, I want to go to the Loft again with you. I want to go to Dress to Kill Corner with you. I want to find the Miracle on 34th Street spots with you. And I just want to be in New York and feel that Kiss energy. Because you know it'll be there.
There's Kiss energy, there's New York energy, and when you can get them both there.
And Christmas energy.
And Christmas energy, yeah.
So it's going to be absolutely magical. And back real quick to the reunion show not being one of our favorites. I've always said, and I know you agree with me, the minute Kiss did that Playboy magazine, That was when Kiss became a band not for us anymore. It was for the moms of the world. Not that moms would buy Playboy, but that was when Kiss became kind of commercial again.
Yeah.
Revenge, to me, the Eric Singer, Bruce Kulick, Paul, Gene lineup, they were on fire at that moment. Gosh dang, Alive 3, still one of my favorite albums. I just remember the Revenge tour with you, November 11th, 1992, St. Joseph. That was a day. That was an event. And that's what I'm looking forward to with our trip to New York.
Same buddy I started it with, I'm going to finish it with.
Same buddy we started it with.
Chuck and Todd, our best friends.
Just the... Anytime you can... Bob Ross. Anytime you can make a Kiss journey, an experience, a day, make a Kiss event anytime, leaving our house early in the morning and know you're going to a Kiss destination. That's what I'm so looking forward to. I will be honest, the day of the first, I will be very nervous. Like I'll feel like I want to puke all day.
It's December, it could be 10 below. I doubt we'll even feel the cold.
What are you looking forward to song-wise?
This day I will never get tired of Deuce.
It's been overplayed and it's horrible. I will love Rock and Roll All Night because I will love the fever of it. Those last two shows at Madison Square Garden, that song will mean more than it has ever meant for the last 10 years.
To them as well, probably.
Yeah.
Knowing that song more or less gave them a career, and this is the last night, or the second to last night that they're ever going to play in front of an audience, it's got to be weird for them. And when I've been watching Gene interviews lately, and he gets a little choked up, I think he's being sincere. I think the reality's hitting him. And you know what will be cool after it, because you know Gene and Paul love money. They don't make money from records anymore. No one really does, unless you're Taylor Swift. Knowing how their workmanship, or their workaholics, they're going to come up with something to keep that revenue coming in.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to have to concentrate on people like us, people like you. So who knows what they'll come up with. More box sets.
Merch-wise, at the final show, what are you looking forward to?
Want something that has Madison Square Garden on it.
Amen.
For sure.
Amen.
Surely they're going to pop something special out for that. So
I wish these final however many shows that are going to start in October to the end of the year, I wish every city would get a city shirt. That would be something that every person going to those shows would crave. And I really do. I want a Madison Square Garden shirt. I think a shirt's going to be my main thing. I don't really care about the tour book unless it's a commemorative final show tour book. If it's a final show tour book, totally want him on.
I think what I'm looking forward to, that's not a song, after Rock and Roll All Night's done and the fireworks go off, normally it would be a thank you, we love you, good night. I think it's just going to be a long pause on that stage, and there's going to be some tears, probably from Gene. I want to see the choke upness. I want to see the emotion, because you know they're the tough rock stars we grew up with. But
I kind of want, after all those explosions go off and the house lights come up, I would like them to still be on stage, and I want to hear God Gave Rock and Roll to You over the speakers, over the house stereo, because that song gets me anyway. That song on Alive 3, I get super emotional about. Lots of rock and roll dreams were born to Alive 3. Oh man, just hearing that song at our last Kiss show, if they would play it, even better. But I know they won't. But man, hearing that song, yeah, I want to see some tears. I want to see some hugs. I want to see people in the audience. I want to see strangers hug each other, high five each other. You know, I want to share the love of this band with everyone in that arena. It's going to be a magical night, no matter what show you go to, because if you're a diehard Kiss fan, which this audience, every audience of these final shows will be, this is our lives, and this is heavy, heavy shit, and I think it's going to be amazing.
And I pray that Devereaux is dead. I don't want him showing up starting shit at the end.
Holy shit! I was not expecting that. That was good. That was good. With that, we should probably wrap this up. Nice little talk with Dan. I hope to do maybe one more Milestone episode with Dan. Dan is moving from his childhood home to a new house. I would like to walk that old neighborhood with you and maybe look at some stuff.
I could even show you spots in my house, like here was the Christmas tree, here's where I got the Ace Frehley solo album.
Wow.
Had the cutout on the corners.
Which solo albums did you get back then?
First one I begged my mom to get Gene. I waited in the car. She wouldn't come out. Finally, I just waited in the car and she finally gave up and we went and got it. Loved it. She thought it was satanic. Got Paul Stanley.
Hold on, real quick. Tell the Living in Sin story.
So this was the heyday of Nights in Satan's Service, and my mom was full bore on that. And I had my uncle and cousin over, and I played the album because my cousin kind of liked Kiss, not quite like I did. And I'm like, listen to this song, and so it's playing. And all of a sudden, here, I'm living in sin, a holiday living. And I look, and my mom's going, and this is not good.
Dan's mom and my mom were pretty much the same when it came to Christian beliefs and heavy metal music. So go ahead, Gene.
And then I remember my older sister had to go school shopping, and to get me to just shut up while we went school shopping for her, my mom bought me Paul. She went inside the store to shop. I just sat in the car and stared at the album. Also had the cutout on it. And then I got Ace for Christmas, 1979, and I don't think I actually ever owned Peter back then. So I did not hear Peter Criss' solo album until
it would have been
when we got again. Yeah,
collecting that back catalog on CD. Now, real quick, explain. I love this story too. Explain what you believed about the Gene record.
I was too stupid to realize that there were solo albums, and I still thought Kiss was Kiss, and like on the Gene album, I thought it was Kiss playing on it. I thought Ace sang When You Wish Upon a Star. I thought Ace sang Always Near You. Too stupid to realize what was going on. Didn't realize the machine that was behind the whole thing.
And how old would you have been then?
8 or 9. So.
Yeah, and see, that's funny because Theater of Pain, I would have been 11. Theater of Pain, I thought Nikki sang Home Sweet Home because the liner notes said written music and lyrics by Nikki Sixx, and it was a softer song and didn't really sound like Vince. So
and back then I approached Kiss like I did Spider-Man. I thought Kiss was a comic book in album form. Basically, they were superheroes. So.
Amen. And
they still are.
And that is the reason we love them, and that is the reason we are talking about them today. So thank you for hanging with us tonight. Thank you for waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us here in the Wax Night Basement. Thank you, Dan.
Shout out to all the boys that wished me a happy birthday last month. I hope to meet y'all someday.
Thank you for hanging with me today, and look forward to a couple more of these milestone. Probably one more of these milestones, and then starting the week after December 1st, it's going to be Milestone Day 1. Take care, be safe. We will talk to you soon.